happy to be here. I just arrived in Denver last night after all the way from Miami. I would like to talk about the metaverse, and the key discussion here is how the metaverse was actually born. The metaverse was born in Web3. It started as a Web3 product, talking about what we're creating within the metaverse. Now, we have to remember where it started. Back in 2011, I first came into the metaverse using Second Life. I was working in IBM back then, and Second Life was the first, well, not really, the first one that called itself a metaverse. Previously, there were other sort of virtual worlds where people gathered. But Second Life had sort of the early glimmers of real ownership of land, real building, and I stayed there for a while. I stayed in Second Life for over 8 years until one day I actually forgot to pay the subscription to Second Life. And because I forgot to pay for like 3 months. I was super busy at work. That was back in 2017. I lost all my land. I bought like 5 different Second Life lands, including one that got extremely famous. It's the Pico Vista Museum of Computing. I think it's still Googleable. It's sort of old though. Yeah, that got me thinking, and that got a lot of us thinking, how do we ensure that there is a layer of ownership for the metaverse, that there is a layer of interoperability, that you can basically bring my building and basically deploy it in other places, and people can access it from not just one metaverse, but like multiple metaverse. Make sure that there's no fragmentation in the metaverse. So the people in Reality Chain, including myself, including my team, we think that the metaverse really needs to be saved, because with Meta coming into the game, it seems that we are headed towards a more centralized metaverse, or like a more fragmented metaverse. We think that there are some key components to the metaverse that make up its very nature. Those are elements of interoperability, accessibility, sovereignty, the ownership of your data, your land, your property, and community ownership as well. So Reality Chain, that's what we're trying to do. We are bridging Web 3 to Web 2 and Web 3 to Web 3, basically, chains to other chains. We provide communities with a crowd-funded way to run their own metaverse with staking. And yeah, my name is, again, Pandu Sastrowardoyo. Follow me on Twitter, Decentricity. We have assembled a team. And we've started building since April last year. We have a few products available. We have like 10 years experience in the gaming field. And my team, the blockchain team, actually we started a company in 2017 focusing on blockchain technology, a lot of Web3 implementations and enterprise implementations as well. We're partners of Consensus. We used to be partners of Hyperledger Besu as well. And yeah, others we're now partners with Near. So that's why I'm here. So anyway, that's the DAO that started this. 2 companies on the left, those are my companies. One is a gaming company, and the other is Blocksphere, which is the Consensus partner I told you about. It's listed in Gartner. It's Googleable, blocksphere.id. And we have several companies coming into the DAO, several projects, community projects coming into the DAO to build their own metaverse. So the idea is, if you want to make a metaverse, join our DAO. Within that DAO, you can stake tokens to build your own metaverse, to basically have your metaverse spun up, basically. So, okay, so getting back on track, as I mentioned, metaverse, actually very close integration with blockchain technologies, with Web3, even before it became Web3. Just a case in point, I bought my first Bitcoin in Second Life. When I was actually there, people were selling Bitcoin in something called Verwox, the virtual world exchange, verwox.com. It's defunct. I think the website's still there. Where you can basically exchange your Linden dollars, which is like the Second Life dollars, to Bitcoin, way back. And yeah, it's been a dream to build a metaverse for over a decade. This is sort of what we made. So first of all, frictionless multi-chain on-ramp. So basically, your avatar can wake up on the Near protocol blockchain, logged in with your Near wallet, and then you walk over to another building. That building runs on Ethereum. Your MetaMask pops up, and you log in again. You walk to another island, and that is actually the Polkadot island, and you connect to the Polkadot island. So we are able to do this because we do have experience building in all of these chains, and we think that the metaverse needs to have that level of interoperability and the multi-chainness. And and the other thing that we did and we try to ensure is that we have a mobile-first platform. So a lot of the metaverses out there are not mobile-first. When you go into Somnium Space, Decentraland, I love these guys, but you can't really load them on mobile. You can technically, but like limited functionalities. Even CryptoVoxels has very limited functionalities for building. If you want to basically deploy something, you need to go on a PC. We can build with mobile devices. You can build your own, you can buy your own parcels and then build on top of them with your mobile device. There's actually kind of a cool, I don't know if I can do this today, but there's actually, you know what? There's actually a very cool demo I wanted to show you. If I can reach it. Okay, I think I messed it up again. Guys, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll tab. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, okay, so this is sort of it on my phone. That's like an old phone that I've had for years. It runs on it, so you don't have an excuse to not be on the metaverse. And the actual things, this is the 2D version of the metaverse. It's live, so I can just walk around. It has streaming, you can stream in world. There's you can we use Twitch for streaming. You can literally just stream this entire ETH Denver thing into this metaverse. We also have this. Okay, so I'm jumping for some reason. So okay, so it's not letting my mouse do. Okay, so now it does. All right, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. Okay, so get rid of. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, keeps jumping. Yeah. And I broke it. So guys, sorry, this is yeah. Okay, I'm going to try to continue, and I'm going to try to change. You know what? Okay, so all right. I actually prepared a whole presentation. Presentation can be downloaded. You can go to realitychain.io to download the presentation, the white paper. So sort of the key thing that we're trying to do here at Reality Chain is to create a multi-chain metaverse that you can basically build yourself. And the way you build it yourself is you actually stake a number of our tokens. So the real tokens is what we're using. It's something that we're deploying on Near as NEP 141. So once you actually deploy on Near, we will generate NFTs for you on your chain. So if you are in Polygon, if you are in Ethereum, we basically deploy the NFTs based on the number of real that you stake on your side. And yeah, this is sort of the idea. I do have slides on tokenomics as well, but sort of the way we envision the future of the metaverse is that you can start 3D or you can start with VR at home, and that's where you're deploying, you're with your friends at a party in a metaverse at home. But once you need to go somewhere, you can basically switch over to your phone. And once you switch over to your phone, you are in another type of metaverse. Instead of a 3D, fully immersive metaverse, you're switching over to the 2D version. This is the 2D version. I would really like to show you the 3D version. It's actually there as well. Only I can't change from this. I might actually need to restart. So while we do that, Any questions? I'm just gonna, start with questions. We usually end with questions, but let's just start with questions. Anyone here have any questions about how we're going to develop this and about like the metaverse in general? Yes. Yes, you can go to realitychain.io, and there should be an older version of the slides there, and the website is self-constructed in the same way. Yes. Okay, so we are based on Unity. We built a lot of functionality on top of that, including like the wallet integration, NFT integrations as well. And there are three types of NFTs on RealityChain. The regular NFTs that you import as art, like you put on your wall or a video. And there are like NFTs that you use as avatars. So you import NFTs to, like, these are sort of an NFT for each of your body part, basically. So you put on a new arm, or you put on a new helmet or something. And the other type is the utility NFTs. So utility NFTs can be anything from furniture to something that you sit down on. So basically something that changes the skeletal system of the avatar. And the cool thing is the utility NFTs, you can basically put like the movements of the avatar supposed to be using it into the unlockable section of the NFT. So that NFT can confer like movement, basically. So if you create a motorcycle NFT, that motorcycle NFT, you put in like the skeletal movement of like the animation, basically, of the avatar. So once that is imported, your avatar sits down on the motorcycle and just drives away. For now, we are focusing on the 2D verse, which is active now. Volumetric video is not yet there. We might consider it for the 3D iteration. For our timeline is actually on the website. We are deploying the 3D version actually in November. Yeah. I don't really have that. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that question was how do developers use RealityChain, and is it just based on Unity? And that was my answer. All right. So this is back on. I'm sorry, guys. This is probably the weirdest presentation. I came prepared. I promise. I just don't know what happened. So any other questions? Because this is still going to take some time putting up.
I have a question.
Sure.
I just want to say to anyone who is new to the metaverse, the issues with interoperability is proof that we are still early.
Yes. Yes, we are. Thank you so much. Yeah. Round of applause.
Can you talk longer about interoperability and
Sure.
problems and where it might go?
Okay, so the question was, can I talk longer about interoperability? Yes, so a lot of new initiatives are being done. One of them, Ready Player Me, which is, you create an avatar in one place and then it's basically usable. And I think Somnium can use it. CryptoVoxels is about to be able to use it. I don't know if their progress, but Substrata VR is using it. We are in that same, we're using the same philosophy, basically. So we're going to be interoperable with Ready Player Me. A lot of the, like, one of the things that I think is very important is the composability of like, objects between metaverses. Like, NFTs, of course, like if you just import NFT art, that's easy. But like when you're actually on multiple different chains, of course, that becomes sort of harder. When you're in CryptoVoxels, for example, and you want to import something from, I don't know, from BSC or from Polygon, which is funny because, so for Polygon, you can import avatars as like avatar body parts, but you can't import art because it's like a different chain. So we're trying to get around that by, at the moment, it's a kludge. Like you log in with multiple wallets, and then like all of your wallets, like that multi-chain metaverse, you can import every single art piece that you have and all of the multiple avatars. So this portion is still off-chain, basically. But we're looking at ways to work around that as well. There's a separate project that we're doing that basically decentralizes the off-chain part as well. But like that's going to be in a future iteration. Yeah. But yeah, to simplify it, basically like standards of items, standards of avatars, standards of anything that can be standardized throughout. That is the way we get past what Meta is trying to do, and do something that is better. Okay, my deck is back. My deck is back. My deck is back. I am so sorry. This is so weird. And I'm gonna do some acrobatics here for a bit. And yeah, okay. I'm not going full screen, guys, but okay. So focus is in accessibility. A lot of people, yeah, 1 minute left. Okay, so focus is in accessibility. A lot of people in third world countries don't have access to like gaming PCs, so everything needs to be mobile first. There needs to be like these are the numbers for mobile adoption, and we think we should leverage upon that. I'm going to skip product market fit. Oh, building your own metaverse, basically by staking tokens. You stake a number of tokens. You can choose small, medium, or large, and then your community can stake tokens. Once you fulfill basically the requirement, we spin up a metaverse for you on your chain. This is actually the cool part. Yeah, this is something that we've already built. There's actually a video. This is what we've raised. We've raised almost $1 million from mostly from Near Protocol MetaWeb and like several other angel investors. Angel and Seed, we are currently in private. And this is a video. I don't know if I can play it. I probably can't play it. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm gonna update realitychain.io with this video. So just go to realitychain.io and play that video. It should be like, I'm gonna update it right now on Wix. All right, give me 15 minutes.